Yo, what's up guys? Yeah, pokeaim here, coach of the Bronx Beartics with my week 3 team builder for the GBA. Now this week we're taking on Jolt, coach of the Kansas City Jirachiefs. I encourage you to check him out. His channel link will be down below if you would like. The battle should be going up Sunday as they do every week, and this should be going up Saturday at some time. I'm assuming we coordinated our team builders, so they should be going up at around the same time. So if you want to see his team as well as the battle, I'm going to say tomorrow because this goes up on Saturday. Feel free to check it out. Anyway, so I built a jam this week, and we're actually whipping out jamming this week too. We got Heracross, my choice scarf Heracross. Now, as you see his team, Steve is really threatening, having Celesteela as a Zmon. He also has Rotom Ghost as a Zmon. And then he has new Pokemon in Hydreigon, Aerodactyl, and Braylon, which he did transactions for. Also packing Mega Venusaur, Seismitoad. With the Aerodactyl, he now has 2 rockers. Before he just had Seismitoad, he actually had Latios and I believe Zygarde Dog here before. I don't remember what the Braylon was. But I definitely see him bringing his grass type Mega Venusaur versus me. Celesteela should definitely be coming too. And besides that, I think it's just toss-ups. I think you need Hydreigon to revenge kill something like Zygarde, and then possibly Gardevoir, maybe Seismitoad or Arrow as a rocker. And then Loom can come, but I'm not quite sure what set he would bring. Maybe a Sludge Bomb variant to deal with my Whimsicott. Even Durant could be an issue. So even something like Defensive Arcanine with Roar could definitely be spooky. So the first Pokemon we have anyway, like his team is really scary. The first Pokemon we have is Choice Scarf Heracross. Now the reason I want Choice Scarf Heracross is because he likes Gardevoir a lot, and this thing is faster than Gardevoir. It can deal with it with Mega Horn. With a Moxie boost, this can actually smack through his team. Like if I get rid of, let's say I get rid of Celesteela, for example, I can just click Mega Horn versus his team. Obviously, yes, he does have stuff like Durant and whatnot, and Arcanine, and then more importantly, Aerodactyl, which I think is something that could definitely come as a rocker if he doesn't bring Seismitoad. But Aerodactyl's 2-hit KO'd by Mega Horn anyway if rocks are up, so he can't switch in. But the idea is close combat knockoff Mega Horn has just the best coverage versus him. And as for a last move, I couldn't really think of a move that I would want to lock myself into most of the part. And I was thinking about scenarios where he has maybe like a 40% Celesteela, 30%, 35% Mega Venusaur, and like a Seismitoad, right? All pretty weak, and I don't want to lock myself into close combat. So I liked Fling as the last move because what Fling actually lets me do is it lets me get rid of my Choice Scarf. And if I pick up a KO with it, obviously I still get a Moxie boost. Fling with the Choice Scarf is only 10 base power, so it only does like Stealth Rock damage to Rotom Ghost, but that's not the important part. Like I said, the important part is being able to switch the moves, but also having my Choice Scarf when I need it to outspeed Pokemon like Gardevoir, and the majority of his team if they are not Choice Scarf. In fact, I outspeed his entire team if it's not Choice Scarf. So that's why, if none of them are Choice Scarf. So that's why I brought Choice Scarf Heracross. Thought I had a pretty decent matchup, and finally coming off the bench. So next up we have Esum Ninja, my Selgor. Now, spikes are really solid, allowing me to wear down Mega Venusaur, allowing me to wear down pretty much his entire team that's grounded, and then obviously having Bug Buzz and HP Ghost. I think that was like the best neutral coverage I could have versus him, or even super effective. Bug Buzz for Hydreigon, good neutral on Mega Venusaur, Seismitoad, and whatnot. And then HP Ghost allows me to hit potentially his Defogger in Rotom Ghost for a 2-hit KO, and it also does more damage to Pokemon like Gardevoir. So that's why I wanted that. Spikes and T-Spikes. Yes, I am bringing T-Spikes versus an opponent with a poison type, which I'm pretty sure is coming. But if I T-Spike up on Venusaur, for example, and he switches out on something that's grounded, T-Spike will help versus that. I'm not quite sure how much T-Spike will do, though, because, again, if he brings Breloom and it's Toxic Orb, that doesn't matter. Obviously, Venusaur, Celesteela, and Hydreigon in the air. Maybe for Gardevoir, maybe for Seismitoad, depending. Arcanine even would be really nice for a defensive Arcanine variant. But spikes are pretty important in this, being able to wear down his team and letting one of my super sweeps. So speaking of which, we have Zygarde. Now, this Zygarde I'm hoping puts in a ton of work versus him. It's a coil block set with a Habanberry. Habanberry means that Hydreigon's, let's say he brings Scarf Hydreigon. Scarf Hydreigon's Draco does at max like 55%. So that's if he wants to revenge kill me. I take hits from Seismitoad. I can take hits from Mega Venusaur if he's not running HP Ice. I'm not sure if he'd be running HP Ice. I think he should, but if he's not, I can take hits from that. I also take a Scarf Moonblast from Gardevoir, always. And if it's specs, I am faster. I EV this thing to be faster than Gardevoir. Like if he's running a more offensive variant that's not Scarf, I am faster than that. But the idea is block something like, I want to say maybe a Pokemon like Seismitoad if it goes for rocks. Maybe something like, I don't want to say Mega Venusaur, or even like if it's a Will-O-Wisp Arcanine without Roar or HP Ice, that's something I could block because I can rest on it. Seismitoad is definitely a big one, especially if it has Ice Punch. Like after I coil, it doesn't 2 KO me and I rest block. I get to +6 versus that. I don't think he would let me block Celesteela. I feel like you wouldn't, because you don't want to risk 1,000 arrows doing a ton. Like Choice Band 1,000 arrows will do a ton to Celesteela. So I don't know if I'd go for block versus that. Maybe I just click 1,000 arrows and see how he does, or how he moves versus that, because like I'm not sure what type of Celesteela he'd bring, whether it be Z or an HP Ice variant, Toxic, Leech Seed, Protect that we all know, the standard set. Because a lot of them are just really good versus me. Even a Giga Drain Celesteela is pretty good versus me because I have Pokemon like Rhydon hits Mega Venusaur, Mega Gyarados and whatnot. Though, yeah, so the idea is trap something, set up, and then he has a hard time revenge killing me if I'm at +6. Even defensive Mega Venusaur, which I'm hoping to have like spikes up, doesn't appreciate this. So even if it does have like HP Ice, like it doesn't appreciate this after spikes and hazards and whatnot. So coil, block, rest. Haban Berry means Hydreigon can't revenge kill me. I even take a Specs Hydreigon's Draco Meteor if necessary, assuming I'm at max HP. And again, being faster than Gardevoir, this is one of the Pokemon can definitely put in work. Zygarde is definitely one of those mons I can put in work. So the other mon over Zygarde or Gyarados, because I do have Gyarados as well. I'm bringing the Rest Talk one again. The other mon that would do work over that would obviously be Necrozma, but and Necrozma is so good versus him too. It hits Venusaur, pretty much his entire team hard, and then he has Hydreigon and Celesteela, and I can use some sort of coverage move. But I wasn't sure what type of Necrozma set I wanted to bring this week, and because he is in my division, I know I'll be facing him again, so maybe a win or loss from this battle, I'll take into account what I learned, and maybe bring Necrozma next time, who knows. But I did feel comfortable with the mons I brought this time. The Venusaur is looking a little bit threatening if it is HP Ice now that I look at it. Oh well, it's already too late. I'm about to battle him anyway in a little bit. But yeah, the Gyarados was Rest Talk, Crunch, Dragon Dance. This can set up in regular form on Mega Venusaur. It can set up on Celesteela, Hydreigon, Gardevoir. Pretty much can set up on everything that's not like a fat Breloom, which I'm not sure. Like I'm really not sure what type of Breloom you bring versus me. Because maybe you have Sludge Bomb for a Whimsicott, but I don't know. But the idea is these two set up Zygarde potentially trapping something for Gyarados, maybe even Venusaur if it's not HP Ice, then they could trap it for Gyarados and help it sweep. I guess Celesteela, trapping Celesteela would be really nice, but I don't know if he'd let me trap Celesteela. Like I don't know if I would want to reveal block versus Celesteela, because I feel like if you have two defensive grass types and he does bring them versus me, he would switch. I'm not sure though. And plus the option that Celesteela can go for Protect if it Leech Seeds on the switch or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he would though. Who knows? But yeah. Coil Rest, Breakthrough, some of the fat with this. Set up with Gyarados and hopefully try and win. I have Whitney the Miltank. We're bringing Stealth Rock. Now the reason we're bringing this Miltank physically defensive this time is because if he brings like a Life Orb or Choice Band Aerodactyl with like Ice Fang, Stone Edge, it's a really big threat. Ice Fang will deal with my Zygarde. You have Stone Edge for Gyarados. Even if I Mega Evolve, man, it's gonna do a lot, and he can revenge kill me with one of his Scarfers. The Gyarados was EV to outspeed, I believe, max speed Aerodactyl at +1. So it wasn't like EV to like straight up sweep, because in regular form it takes 2 hits from Gardevoir anyway. So I could Dragon Dance up in front of Gardevoir in regular form anyway, and at +2 I outspeed all those. And I also outspeed Scarf Gardevoir, I believe, at +2. That was another reason why I wanted that. But yeah, the Miltank is Sap Sipper. I had Fizz Def because Aerodactyl is a giant threat. Stealth Rock, Toxic, Milk Drink, and Bysam. Bysam can get some nice paralysis on Venusaur. Sap Sipper lets me take Spore as well as Bullet Seed from, or Seed Bomb from Breloom. Toxic lets me actually beat Aerodactyl, as well as having a nice hit on Rotom and even Hydreigon on the switching, and then of course Milk Drink, Toxic. So again, just being that Fizz Def wall, allowing me to actually have a switch in Aerodactyl, because like I said, an offensive Aerodactyl is actually a pretty big threat. So that's why I wanted to bring Miltank this game. And last but not least, we have Whitley, my Whimsicott. Now, The purpose of this thing is really just to pivot. Oh, by the way, the IVs are all going to be right because I'll just make them level 100 and they'll scroll down to level 50. No big deal. So the IVs should all be perfect. Right here, they just aren't because I have them at level 50 for show. But don't worry, I know. Anyway, Moonblast, HP Fire, U-Turn, and Stun Spore with an Aqua Berry. Aqua Berry ensures that I can take Fire Blast from my Dragon if he wants to bring that. I think that that's like the coverage move you would bring versus me over something like Flash Cannon, just because I do have a Heracross as well as Whimsicott. So this allows me to have a Dragon immunity. Aqua Berry lets me take that Fire Blast if I need to. With 16 special attack investment, I guarantee knockout offensive Breloom. With Moonblast, I also guarantee knockout Hydreigon. HP Fire is only there to knock out Durant, because Durant can be an issue if it's a setup mon. And then I have Stun Spore just in case something like Gardevoir is a problem, or even maybe a setup Celesteela. Yes, Stun Spore can miss, but it's just nice to potentially check them. Like, that's one thing that I like Stun Spore for. And then U-Turn just for momentum. So again, having that immunity to Dragon is really good in Whimsicott's case. And like if I have spikes up and I bring in Whimsicott and Hydreigon, I can just click U-Turn as he goes something like Venusaur or Celesteela, get in something like Zygarde potentially trapping them, or even Heracross and threatening them with close combat, knockoff, whatnot. But yeah, I know Necrozma is like something I really wanted to bring in. I wasn't sure what to bring it over and what would work. So I guess we'll see how the battle goes, but yeah, that's definitely something I'm thinking about, like even more now as I'm recording the team builder. Whatever, I'll go with this. I'll go with this. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys are hyped for the Bronx Beartics. We're currently 1-1, trying to go at least 2-1 right now, if not 1-2, and then we'll have to fight back in the following weeks. But either way, we'll do our best, and I do hope you guys are looking forward to the battle. The battle will be up tomorrow. You can check out Jolt's channel. It will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys later. Like I said, this goes up Saturday, battle goes up Sunday, so this will go up. The battle will go up tomorrow, the day that this goes up. So I'll see you guys.